Welcome to this session of OWS FAQs. Today we will be discussing how to utilize live viewing in Command Station. We are the cloud video platform, so let's get started. Let's review the objectives for today's overview. First, we will provide a live demonstration of the basic navigation of the live viewing screen. Next, we will demonstrate how to drag and drop cameras. Then we will demonstrate how to change stream settings, plus all the other little intricacies that go along with viewing your cameras live in Command Station. Let's jump into Command Station and show how to go about viewing cameras live. After you have successfully signed into Command Station, the recorders and companies you have access to will be displayed over here. So here we can see various companies, and within those companies there's various recorders. I'm going to use this particular company and open up its 4 recorders. Okay? Now the beauty of Command Station is that you can mix and match cameras from different recorders on the same live viewing screen. You can also mix and match cameras from other companies' recorders. So we could pull things from down here as well. Okay? We could take from these folks and we could pull from multiple companies as well. So again, that's one of the really nice features of Command Station, is that flexibility. So I've got basically 4 different recorders opened up here that we're going to drag into the grid. But let's talk about the grid. As with most live viewing within the OpenEye world, you're going to be able to choose different grid sizes. Command Station, because it is so feature rich and it really is built to support multiple live viewings from multiple locations, it has grid sizes from 1 to 81 cameras, so it's very powerful. And again, you can then make secondary grids that can be pushed to secondary monitors, etc. That's part of the power user side of Command Station. But from a basic live viewing perspective, let's start with our quad view. All right? And all we have to do then is start dragging over any type of cameras, okay, from the system. So let's go ahead and drag in a camera, all right, and that's going to go ahead and connect and give us a view. Then we can go to a completely different recorder and we can bring in a camera from it, all right, and then we can go down here and we can pick yet another recorder, okay, and another camera from it as well, and then we can also go ahead and select one more camera here and just bring this over as well. Okay, so now we've got 4 cameras from 4 different recorders, just quickly showing the power there. All right, anytime you want to have focus on a particular live view, click on it, it'll put that blue banner bar around, which everybody's used to. You can then go ahead and use your mouse scroll wheel to digital zoom. You can then use your left mouse button to pan around or zoom that back into view. Okay, if you double click on this, it's going to take us into the full screen representation of that camera. And then if I want to move through the next, okay, I can do so, right? So very straightforward. Some people like that as well, all right? And now we've gone through those 4 cameras and we're through. One of the other things that you can do if you like this type of environment is that we actually could go ahead and hide this, and we could go ahead and say sequence these cameras, and we could turn the sequencing on, and then we could go full screen. So on top of all of this, now we have just a nice full screen view that's going to auto-rotate through the various pictures and images of these cameras. So again, very nice little feature to use, part of the live viewing experience. Okay? And I'm going to escape out of that, and we'll go ahead and we'll turn the sequencing off. All right? And let's go back into our quad view. All right, now we're back to our quad, and we'll bring our menu bar back into play as well. All right, so again, we've talked about dragging and dropping and moving these cameras around, and very, very straightforward. Now the other neat thing about Command Station is if you just hit the plus button up here, that's going to start a whole nother set of viewing. So I may choose to grab 4 different cameras, okay, from a different site and just simply drag them in here, or just drag in the whole site. Okay, I can line this up and then I can pull in this whole site, which is automatically just going to go ahead and bring everything in from that particular site, all right, into that grid size. Very straightforward, but again, now I have 2 screens up. Okay, I have the first screen and I have the second screen. Any of these can be dragged onto other monitors, so if you wanted the multi-monitor experience, you can do that as well. Again, these are just normal live viewing things within Command Station. All right. You'll notice right now that all of the on-screen display information is up right now, so obviously the time, but the resolution and the codec and how much throughput is being used. All of that is within the on-screen display. And again, you can turn that on and off, like I just did, or you can turn that on and then also turn certain things on or off, such as the diagnostic info. That's just going to give me the time. All right. If I turn that back on, then I'll get that as well. So there are various things that you can do. It's a nice little feature as well. So very easy to use. Now, one of the other things that you're used to are also the view and the stream buttons. So under view, that's where you can do things like change this from a 16:9 to a 4:3, or go back to an original view, or stretch the view. Typically 16:9 stretched works for most things that are being delivered in the field, but this is a nice way to make changes on the fly if you want to. All right. The streaming for these cameras, okay, you can see I'm at the 2688 by 1512 resolution. I've highlighted this. There's a blue box around it for focus. If I go to stream and I now say low, then that's going to kick me down to a 720 by 480 view. All right. If I change that back to auto, it's going to jump back up. All right. So again, very similar there, what you can do with streaming. Very easy to do. Things that we had talked about in previous FAQs, I won't go into the details, but you do have the ability to use your PTZ, all right, and go ahead and give some focus to this camera. You can then go to your PTZ, and then you have the ability to go ahead and do some zooming there. Again, things that we have talked about in previous FAQs. I'm not going to go deep. There's other PTZ controls that can be gathered from down here, and again, we have a dedicated FAQ video that shows how all of this works. All right, so that is a really good overview of live viewing video. If you happen to have audio with a camera, you can click the audio button and that will bring anything that's associated with that camera through also. So that's just a quick and basic overview of how you can navigate live view within Command Station. Simple controls, the ability to expand this onto multiple monitors so you really can use this as a viewing station, and it's an extremely strong product. So that's it. That's a quick overview of how you can launch and navigate through live viewing within Command Station. This concludes this video FAQ. Thank you for attending. If you have any questions, please visit OpenEye.net or email training@OpenEye.net. Join us again for more interesting videos from OpenEye, the cloud video platform.